There's a little spot right there, just from assembly like I was telling you. There's a little spot right there. Again, they put the bed, and I don't know if they transported it like that without it's fastened down, but it hit both on the top and the bottom. So if you look at that, they touched up with a little bit of paint. But I want to make sure there's full disclosure. I'd rather you back out than get there and not have what you have bargained for. So I'll jump up on the roof here in a minute. But as you can see, all the railings, everything was painted. And you see some little bit of different color. That's just cracking because of the weather stripping. I mean, whatever that stuff that they use to make sure that you don't have any rust issues. It's you probably know, but it's the body sealer. Sorry, like the seam sealer. So over time, driving down the road, you're gonna get a little bit of that, but there's no rust or rust bubbles or anything like that on this entire truck. So, not down below, not inside, nowhere that I'm aware of. That's where the exhaust comes out, right there. Both sides. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm trying to do the best I can to give you exactly what when you get it there, you're not going to go, oh shit, Troy, you left this out. So if you look inside, as you can see, the hole underneath the bed was painted. That's just dirt, so that's not Mars and stuff. But if you look in here, it's all painted. Okay, there's no rust in there. They took it down to bare metal, so it's not, jank or anything like that. If you look down here, I had that rear end. It's a little dusty because it's been sitting, but that's all powder coated. And I spent about $2,000 rebuilding that rear end on my first truck that got stolen. And that was one of the reasons why I bought this truck. So you're getting an unbelievable rear end with the deal. Here's the bed. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see in the pictures, but I think the stuff they use from the factory is I don't think it's that good a quality. So when it sat out in the sun for a few days, it kind of I don't know, burned it off or whatever. So you can either flip them over and not leave it in the sun, and put them back down because the underside is perfect, or you can just put some good sealer on it and it would be fine. But if you look here, you're going to see another little mar right there. It's not that big. I'm making it look big, but that's what it looks like from far. But these are just a few of the assembly things that I want you to be aware of. Because again, I'd rather you just back out than buy something and not be happy with it. Because I'm kind of on the fence on this truck anyway. I really like this truck, but I just don't have all the room for all this crap. I do, but not inside. And that's what matters with these things. So, but the other thing is whoever installed this tailgate, the bumper is too high. So when somebody opened it, I'm going to show you, get a little close up here. It kind of scraped the bottom here. So it's been touched up, but I wouldn't open it again until you move it down a bit. It needs to be adjusted down. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Again, full disclosure, I'm going to be sounding like I'm picking it apart. Probably part just because I'm maybe hoping you to back out. I know it sounds kind of sick, but whatever. It's a nice truck. I mean, I really like the truck. I love the color combo. But again, we're going to come up on here, and I'm going to show you the inside down there so you can kind of see that little marring right there. And what I was going to do is just get the little, like these little grommets, two-sided tape or And then it didn't happen down below here, but I was just going to get that little two-sided tape, so that's all good there. No rust again, everything is solid. You know, stuff like that. But anyway, two-sided tape, little, almost like a spongy thing, and just stick it on there. Nobody ever even know. It'd be like a little buffer between the cab and the bed, and then you don't even have to paint it. But you know, some people are more anal than others. To me, it's a driver. It's a really nice driver, because if you look under the damn truck, it's almost perfect, even underneath. So anyway, but I drive my cars, so they're all drivers to me. But here's another little mar that they touched up. Let's see here, right there. I'm getting up real close, so I didn't even notice this till just now. That's how much it's not really that big a deal. But again, full disclosure. Right here, the chrome pieces popped off, but they're on the dash in there, so those will come with it. I'll load up anything I have extra here. You know, package it up nice, put it in the trunk. I mean the bed, just to make sure that I don't know how readily available things are, but I got like an extra set of brakes and a whole bunch of other stuff. Not a whole bunch, but whatever I got, you get. I'm not planning on another one of these trucks. So I bought this because my buddy had one in high school that I painted, and I just always loved driving it. But there you go, just another spot where it must have hit when they were putting it together, and just needs a little touch up. So okay, painted everywhere, inside out, upside down. You know, it's not smooth firewall and all that like my Chevelle, but it's nicely done. You know, there's a couple Mars if you go in here and you'll see them. But you know, again, it's not 100% finished. If you want to touch those things up, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, it's going to be your truck if you buy it. I just want to make sure I disclose everything. That's powder coated. I put those on because I didn't like they're just kind of dirty right now, because I washed them. We have kind of hard water here. But he had the orange ones. And then down here I spent about $750 again. It's just kind of dirty. It just needs to have a nice rag run across it. But it's a full serpentine pulley kit. The power steering unit, I think, is leaking a little bit. I had my brother rebuild it, but when I came out here the other day, it looked like it might have been leaking. So again, just full disclosure, I put in an electric fan assembly because it came with a flex fan, which if you're not careful, you lose your hand. So I took that out. That's a brand new radiator, all rebuilt, because the flex fan went through it when my brother was doing some work. And that's all the wiring to it. Here's all the wiring that goes to the lights, the headlights and stuff. The headlight switch has kind of a little flicker to it, so I don't know if it's going to need a new switch. But again, just full disclosure, the windshield wipers though they're not hooked up. I don't ever drive these cars in the rain, so I don't need it, but I'm sure that's not a big deal. So I'm going to go inside the cab. Hope this isn't too big. It's already 10 minutes. Here's the headrest. I'm not a big fan of them either, but it was better than the seat that came with it. Just consider the seat that came with it stock original, but needs to be recovered. Needs a little. There's a little piece that you can order from the truck companies. I don't know, it's a few bucks probably, but it will snap into those two holes. This is one that I got out of my other truck and cleaned it up. It was missing too, and then they kind of jacked this up when they put it in. So you're gonna want to take that out and replace it with a new chrome piece. This right here is a $750 column. It's all been installed nicely. The horn doesn't work, but they never do. That's a $350 steering wheel. I bought all that stuff after the fact. It does not have a headliner. A lot of these trucks don't. Some people like them. You can have one put in, but I'm not a big fan of the headliners in these trucks. So you're going to see a little bit of overspray right there. That's from when they were doing the white. You probably take some lacquer thinner or something and get that off. If you look in here, it's all in good shape. There's a little bit more of that overspray from the, but that's on top of the yellow. I'm sure you can get that off if you work hard enough. But a little bit of TLC. Like I said, it's not 100% finished, but it's all the hard work is done. You got some 6x9s right here. The covers are underneath the seat if you want to put them on. Just hadn't got to it. So, I hope this isn't too big. Okay. So, I think I'm going to stop right here and do a separate video just in case. Right after I get done with this, right?